Story 1. My name's Marcus. I'm 29, writing this from a little clearing in Central Oregon where I drove out alone last week. I'm not a writer. I just want to tell you what happened, even if it's all tangled in my head now. I know this sounds crazy, but maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I need to get it out. So, I drove out on a Thursday. Just me, my old Subaru, and a beat-up tent. I'd been going through a rough patch, lost my job at the mill, broke up with my girlfriend, felt like everything was slipping. Thought I could fix things by getting some fresh air, just me in the woods. Camped near a small creek off a forest trail. That first night, I pitched camp near the water, built a small fire. I was half drunk on cheap whiskey, just to numb the noise in my head. I'd tell myself, it's just me, the trees, the water trickling. But sleep never came easy. Around midnight, I heard something down by the creek. Slosh, slosh, like someone dragging something wet through the water. My heart pounded. I leaned forward in my chair, whiskey glass wobbling. I blinked. Nothing. Maybe it was a deer, or me, hallucinating. But then I thought I heard whispering, low, but I couldn't make words. Maybe my own name? Marcus. I froze, but not like in stories. My brain locked up, hands still. I got my headlamp and searched. Nothing. Wrapped up in my bag, I kept telling myself, it's just wildlife. Bear, deer, raccoon. But I could swear I heard twigs snapping, stepping closer, then stopping. I packed the fire down and slept half sitting in the car. I know this sounds crazy. Next morning, my campsite was scattered. My pack was moved a foot closer to the car, like someone had nudged it. I thought I must have done it after midnight. I blamed myself for spacing out, maybe sleepwalking. Did I do it? I stayed that day, drank more water, explored upstream. I kept hearing things, branches tapping, a soft echo like footsteps. I thought I saw someone across the creek. A silhouette, standing still. But whenever I raised my voice, nothing. Hello? Just my voice bouncing off trees. That night, I finished the whiskey, lay in my tent, flashlight off. Then I heard breathing. Not distant, close. My tent was shaking lightly. Not strong enough to rip, but enough that I thought, I'm dying. That's it. I whispered. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I heard a voice say, help. I sat up, light shaking in my hand. I unzipped and peeked out. Long, dark shape standing at the edge of my firelight. Tall, no face I could see. Could have been a camper, but didn't feel human. My fire was small. Logs nearly burned out. The shape turned, stepped back into darkness, left. Sleep didn't come. My thoughts scrambled. Should I stay? Should I go? I thought about hiking out at dawn, but my legs felt like jelly. I spent hours staring at the forest outside my tent, telling myself, just wait till daylight. Morning came. I packed fast As I pulled the tent down, I saw something red smeared near the entrance. Caked mud or blood? It was smeared in long streaks, downward. My mind flipped. Did that happen overnight? I didn't drink that heavy. My hands shook so bad, I couldn't wipe it. I stashed my tent, got in the car, and left. I drove until my phone had signal. Checked the map. I was miles from the nearest road. I thought my Subaru was bulletproof back roads-wise. But I just drove fast, hands white-knuckled. I pulled into a ranger station. It was empty, locked. I sat in my car for an hour, shaking, praying someone would come. When I got home, I impulsively took a hot shower, washed my clothes, everything. Then I tried to sleep. In my dreams, I was back in the woods, trail twisting, footsteps behind me. I woke sweating. Then I had a call from my buddy Tom. He asked what I'd done last night. I drove home. Dude, I saw you at the station 2 hours ago, he said. My brain stuttered. What? He said I'd sat there 2 hours ago. Just sat. At 5 a.m. I turned my lights on, drove out. You looked dead-eyed, man. I stammered. I don't remember that. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Tom asked if I was okay. I lied. I hung up. I looked at my hand. Still little flecks of red under my thumbnail. Not rust, not paint. This blood? I went back to the tent, to where I left it in the garage. Took it out. On the flap, I found scratches, lines gouged in. I could fit fingernails there, long ones. I found a scrap of cloth caught in the zipper, red-brown stain. My heart thudded. I can't sleep still. I drive past that forest sometimes. My eyes twitch. I can't go back. I still can't tell if I was followed, if I saw someone, or if it was me. Maybe it was all in my head. Maybe I hurt myself somehow and fled. But the scratches, they're there. The blood's there. And something felt alive, watching. I haven't told anyone else. I deleted the photos I took. But I write this because I want someone to know. Sometimes you go out to fix yourself and come back with more questions. I'm not okay, and I don't know if I'll ever be. By lost time, I lost sleep. Maybe I lost part of my mind that night. I know it sounds crazy, but that shape, I know it saw me. I didn't find a monster, but I found chaos. And sometimes, chaos is enough. Story 2. My name's Ethan, 32, writing this from my trailer in northern Wisconsin. I'm a factory mechanic. Been working nights so I can take these solo wilderness trips. But after what went down last weekend, I can't stop replaying it in my head. I know this sounds insane, but I found this structure online. Those viral camping horror clips where people describe hearing stuff, finding scratches, and just fleeing. Today I'll tell it my way. It's messy, it's raw, and I'm still shaking. I took off Friday morning, packed light, tent, backpack, flashlight, a compact .22 pistol, headed out 3 miles into forest land, just outside Lake Superior State Park. I like isolated spots. No signal, no distractions, just nature and my thoughts. I found a clearing next to a beaver dam, stagnant water, chewed sticks, logs laid out like an audience. I figured I'd be fine. Set up camp before noon, fire pit, boiled water, protein bars. Quiet, weirdly quiet. I thought it was peace until something felt off, like I wasn't alone. You know that deer stare? Intense and locked? That's how I felt when I'd glance out into the tree shadows. I'd shake it off. Get a grip, I'd whisper. But every crack, real or imagined, jerked me upright. At midnight, the first sound, slow dragging, like nails over nylon. Scritch, scritch. My heart thudded. I gripped my chair so hard, it hurt. Coffee gone cold. Then a breath, deep, close, right by the tent flap. I flicked on my flashlight. Nothing. Just black trees swaying in moonlight. Probably a deer, I told myself, but it sounded different. 10 minutes later, the tent door rattled. Hard. Not wind. Heavy pushing. I grabbed my pistol, flashlight swaying in one hand. I unzipped a sliver. Nothing. I mean, nothing. Except footprints pressed into the ash. Oval heels like cowboy boots, then forward claw like slashes. My gut twisted. I knelt, stared at them. It wasn't mine. I didn't even bring boots like that. I shoved everything into the car. No tent, no flask. I wasn't staying another second. I drove until my phone pinged. No signal till I hit Highway 45. I found a ranger station booth at dawn. Empty. Doors locked. I sat in the car till they unlocked. A ranger showed up, looked at me like I was nuts. I just said, I heard something. Found prints. They took my description, said they'd check it, didn't ask questions, didn't offer much help, just a nod. Back home, I unpacked. Tent frame bent a little, fabric sliced in microscopic tears. Inside, my belt pouch held clumped reddish mud, dried, cracked, not rust, felt sticky. I wiped a smear on paper. It looked dark once it dried. Blood? I don't know, but it felt like it. That structure from those viral horror posts hit me. First, the strange feeling, then night sounds, then evidence, then flight. It's a formula, but living it, it's different. It's like being inside someone else's nightmare. I want to believe it's repeatable because someone else vaguely described it online yesterday. It was trending on TikTok yesterday morning. People describing dragging noises, tent scratching, footprints in ash, and they bolted. It feels almost orchestrated, like I followed a script that someone on camera wrote. I keep replaying it. Camp set. Me, alone, settling in. Dragging. Nail on fabric scratch. Tent shake. Rattling like pressure. Prints. Ash. Footsteps. Run. Pack. Shove. Drive. Evidence. Scratches. Stains. Bent poles. It's linear, right? But my memory is fractured. I can't even say what time I heard the dragging. Maybe it was 2:30, maybe closer to 3. I remember breathing hard, flashlight beam slicing through darkness. My hands shook so badly, I nearly dropped the gun. but I know what I saw. Something pressed against canvas, footprints in the ground, muddy red splotches. Here's the part no one online talks about. I'm shaky now. Even daylight feels off. Yesterday, I saw a scratch on my arm, surface level, but it wasn't there before the trip. No recollection of falling. Could have been the tent zipper dragging me, or something else. My dog Juno stays glued to me now. I can't leave the house without looking over my shoulder. I keep the tent packed in the garage, out of sight, but I can't bring myself to pitch it again. Every time I close my eyes, I hear that dragging. The slow, deliberate rubbing, the way the earth smelled the next morning. Wet, cold, metallic. I can't place it. That smell is tattooed into my brain. The prints, they were so clear. Oval heel, then claw marks like someone or something dragged its toes. Something big, something tall, but not bear big. Something heavier. Human? Maybe a person in boots? But why the claws? Was it wearing spurs? No. It felt wrong. Synthetic, monstrous. I thought about contacting the ranger again. But what would I say? Hi? Remember me? Scratching noises, prints, abandoned camp, creepy mud? They'd laugh. They already looked at me like I was a nut. I'm not. Increasingly sure I'm sane, but I'm also not sure I'm safe. Night is the worst. I keep lights on all evening. If I sleep with pistol on the nightstand. I know it sounds insane, but since the trip made headlines online, showing up in comments and clips, I feel marked. Like someone or something is watching. So I'm telling you this, not for sympathy, not for advice, but because these viral stories feel scripted. But this one was real. This one landed on me, and now I can't unlive it. I didn't catch a break. I didn't dodge a curse. I didn't find a rational explanation. I just found prints, scratches, dried red mud, and fear that won't go away. I don't know if I'll ever go back. I don't know if I'll ever sleep without lights on. But I know this pattern. Piece, scratch, shake, print, run. And now the script is stuck in my head. I know this sounds crazy, but until I find a logical explanation, I'm living with the question, what was out there? Story 3. My name's Daniel. I'm 27. I live in rural Colorado. Typing this on my old laptop, late night. I'm a park ranger on extended leave after this, and I had to tell someone what happened up in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains last weekend. I swear I saw this format in a trending video today. Guy goes solo camping. Someone approaches at night, says weird things about watching, gaslights victim. I pulled that pacing, slow, fractured, disoriented. I hope it all makes sense. I left Saturday mid-afternoon, packed light, a one-person tent, stove, some MREs, headlamp, my service revolver. Just because. Drove up to a Forest Service road, then hiked 2 miles into a secluded meadow near an old fire lookout. Perfect spot. Open, no trees overhead, sky full of stars. I set it all up by 5 p.m. Boiled coffee, ate tuna in the dark. Felt good, peaceful, but I felt watched, like someone knew I was there. After dark, I heard a vehicle engine down by the trail, a low hum. I peeked through my tent flap. No lights, no headlights. Then the sound faded. Must have been a ranger or hunter. I told myself, packed it out of my mind and went to bed. Just after midnight, I woke to a voice, soft, from outside. You're not alone, you know. It was low, calm. My pulse flipped. Was it a joke? I sat up. Who's there? I shook. No answer. I whispered, Ranger? Nothing. Just the night. I grabbed the revolver and slid out. Outside the tent was someone, maybe 50 feet away, in the beam of my headlamp. I raised it. He stepped back. Tall, dark jacket, jeans, hat, face shadowed. He never answered, just stared. I thought, is this legit? He said, you set up late. Yeah, leave me alone, I said. My hands shook so badly, I nearly dropped the gun, but I could hear my voice. He spoke again. I've been watching. My skin crawled. Watching? I asked, voice cracking. He nodded. Didn't move his lips, just nodded. Then, I can't let you stay. Huh? What? Why? I said. He removed the hat. Headlamp hit him. He had binoculars. I saw his eyes, no blur, cold. I thought about shooting, but logic snapped in. What if I'm wrong? What if? He spoke again. Turn them off. He pointed to my lamp. I did it. Darkness swallowed me, except his silhouette. He said, go home. That's best. I swallowed, fuzzy. Okay. He backed into the tree line and left. Not running, just walked. No noise. No flashlight. No engine. Gone. I stared at where he'd been. My head throbbed. What the fuck happened? I slept fitfully. Morning came, and I packed fast, heart wobbling. I hiked out with shaky legs, revolver holstered, head down. No engine, no sign. Left my stove, left the tuna. I just got the tent and hiked out. Found my truck, my keys, locked. But no note, no print, no sign of him. Just a dust trail in the dirt road, fading into washboard gravel. Home now. I can't sleep more than 2 hours. I wake at 3 a.m. sometimes, convinced I still hear whispers. I keep glancing outside at the tree line. I washed my clothes, even threw away the bag I ate from, just in case. I drove up the next night, trying to get evidence. Found footprints near the tent. Size 12 boots. But they were smeared, half erased by last night's drizzle. No hat, no binoculars, no note. Nothing. I tried calling the park office. Told them I might be filing a complaint about a trespasser. They said they checked the trail cameras. No traffic, no humans. They asked if I was certain. I said yes. I saw him. He said maybe it was a hallucination. I hung up. When I went back home, I found something. My binocular strap in the living room, dusty. I haven't used them since last summer. I could have dropped it on the trail, but maybe. I picked them up with rubber-gloved hands. No dirt, no dust, just clean. My own? I don't own those exactly. Mine have a different pattern. These looked brand new. Something's off. I keep that strap locked in a drawer. My dog, Scout, sits by the door and growls sometimes at nothing. My nights are full of flash sequences, tent, whisper, binocular glint. I can't let you stay. And a hand reaching out. I know it sounds crazy, but when I close my eyes, I see his face. He never spoke the way people speak. It came into my head, clear as day. Calm, firm, like he rehearsed it. You set up late. I've been watching. I can't let you stay. Did he stop me? Was he some self-appointed protector or predator? Did he have license to scare me off? Or worse? No one else saw him. No cameras, no vehicle. I'm not sure I want answers. I'm too scared to go back. But I can't just move on. My binoculars are gone. My peace is gone. My sleep is stolen. I guess that was the point. He watched me leave. I don't know if I'll ever camp again. I don't know if I want to. But I know this. Something came for me that night, but didn't hurt me. Just watched. Just spoke. And made me weave my own camp. I still feel like I'm being watched. And I'm not sure I want to know why.